Well, it's a new school year, and welcome to Coach's Corner again this year. We'll have Coach's Corner for you each week, featuring your Ponca City high school coaches, your athletic personnel, and we look forward to interviewing all these people about their wonderful sports. Of course, fall sports going on right now, and we'll be talking volleyball, cross country, as well as softball, and then, of course, our weekly talk with Coach Allen when the football season begins. Familiar face next to me, that's Chris Walker. Chris, from the last time he was on with us, got the athletic director's position when Dwight Winburn left, and congratulations are way overdue because Chris Walker has been at this for a couple of months now. But as school starts up, going from summer to school starting, it's a whole different process, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is, and thank you for congratulating me on getting the job. I have been working at it for a couple months and I'm enjoying it, but the transition from summer to the school year has been exciting and challenging all at the same time.
You had the benefit of not being per se an athletic director in our school system, but you know everybody. You knew all the coaches, you had relationships, so that almost is worth it right there. You knew everybody coming in, plus the wrestling coach we hired to replace you is an old friend and former student as well. So there appears to be some pretty good transitions right there.
Yeah, there definitely is, and you know that the experience that I have with these guys has really helped me transition smoothly into this job. You know, like you said, I know most of the coaches and have known them for a long time, which allows me to deal with them. You know, because I've worked with them on many different situations, and I built that relationship with them. And then our new head wrestling coach, Jason Levitt, he was one of the first kids that I got to coach when I came to Ponca City. So that's been a smooth transition there as well. And then looking forward to working with these guys at a different level.
Absolutely. Now, as we get set for the fall of 2013, already big things have come from our athletic director's position, and we'll mention that Rob Fry, who's now been an assistant athletic director for a couple of years. I know that you've leaned on him a little bit during these early days, but you and Coach Fry went to a meeting last week that directly affected Ponca City, our sports teams, and our fans about where they would go in the future as far as football is concerned in Class 6A. And at the end of those meetings, you came out smiling because you were very encouraged that you had some support across the state to keep Ponca City on the east side of the state.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned Rob Fry as the assistant athletic director and me leaning on him from time to time. Yeah, as a young coach, I've always leaned on the coaches that have been around and used their experience, and that's just something I've learned from being a head coach. Sometimes you don't have the answer, just go find somebody that does, and Rob Fry is a great example of that. He's been a huge asset to our athletic department as a football coach and now as an assistant athletic director. Before this meeting, basically what they did, they took the 6A coaches in Division II and they sent them a ballot wanting to know whether they wanted to send us or Stillwater to the west. And traditionally it makes more sense for us to go east. It's going to be friendlier, for the travel for our fans, and it's what we felt we needed to have for our athletic program, and so especially our football program, and so using Rob got on the phone. He started calling all his coaching buddies and all his connections, and I called some of my friends, and we were able to get the support we needed in that meeting, and so Ponca City will be going east.
Well, the thing I like about it is that we wanted to stay east. Stillwater wanted to go east, and yet when it came down to it, and it doesn't always come down to personalities, but sometimes guys want to work with people they know. So I think it spoke pretty well, not only of you and Rob Fry, but of all of our coaches, that the schools in the Eastern or Tulsa district, they really, I think it's an example that they wanted to work with us a little more maybe than they wanted to work with Stillwater.
Yeah, Stillwater's got a great athletic program, but I think it does speak, it speaks a lot about our athletic program and our coaching staff. They're well known across the state of Oklahoma, and they're well liked, and when you go into some of these closed door meetings where there's a vote taken, it definitely it doesn't hurt.
Well, not only football, but I know there's some conversation that the decision made may affect some other sports in the future too.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of movement right now with the classifications that are going to affect a lot of the sports coming up.
We got it going on right now. We got a great softball program going on. Our cross country has more kids out than they know what to do with, as does our volleyball. And then our football program under the guidance of Josh Allen. You have to feel pretty good about going into this school year with our fall sports.
Oh yeah, excitement's high in Ponca City, and that was something that really excites me as the athletic director. Just to see these coaches working as hard as they can and building the excitement in their programs and getting the community involvement. But it's exciting times to be a Ponca City Wildcat.
You've had the view of a coach for many years. As an athletic director, what would you say an athletic director has to do in terms of opening up and opening that view up? You have to be really conscious of every sport, of every grade, of every parent. While it's a challenge, it seems to be an exciting challenge, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he said, well, how do you like it so far? And I said, I've loved it. I get to be everybody's assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's truly how I feel that I've got to help all these coaches be successful in their programs and work with all the kids, junior high to high school. And I've got to take an interest in all of the sports, and I have, and I've enjoyed it. And working with the community, you've got your softball parents, your baseball parents, your wrestling parents, your football parents. They've all got individual needs, and I've enjoyed getting to know those.
Absolutely. We've got a lot of good things going on right now, as evidenced by Saturday, the 17th of August. We have what was called the Wildcat Bash, and I know you and I were standing together back, and we were just taking it all in. The fans, the spirit, the band, the cheerleaders, the high steppers, all the people that came out. It really speaks to, I think, the direction we're going, and that is maybe we're getting some of that spirit, not getting it back, but we're improving on what we've had here at Ponca City.
Yeah, definitely. First I want to thank Bob Banna and the quarterback club and Josh Allen. When I first took over as the athletic director, I sat some of my fall coaches down, and I told them, I wanted them to work with their booster club on improving the spirit and morale of each of the sports, and Josh Allen he came up with this idea, and their quarterback club really took it and ran with it. One of the things I've told many booster clubs and talked to a lot of our coaches is regardless of the win or loss, these are still our kids, and they need our support. And doing things like that this weekend, it helped complete that high school athletic experience, because I remember when I was in high school, I looked forward to going and getting to represent my school in front of my parents or my friends, and that was exciting to see that this weekend. I think the fans were pretty much filled up 3/4 of the stadium, and the atmosphere was exciting, and I know that those kids enjoyed it.
A lot of excitement building for the upcoming season. I also saw Kevin Walker, who's how old now?
He's 4 years old.
My goodness, he just thought he was going to have to go to the wrestling. Now he's going to have to go to everything.
Yeah.
And Michelle, I believe she's pregnant right now, correct?
Yeah, she's. My wife's expecting next month, and so we'll be introducing another kid. His name will be Aiden Walker. So, and then my son Kevin, he's 4 years old now, and he was upset at me that I couldn't go into the old wrestling office, but now that he's starting to understand, he gets to go to all the sports. He's really looking forward to this season too.
Things are coming up pretty good for the Walker family right now, aren't they? You're rolling sevens on this deal, but congratulations, you'll do a great job. And I think the neat thing is, a young athletic director, I'm sure you have a lot of things you want to do, but visions for the future. Now you'll be able to implement those, not only for our great wrestling program, but for our programs. And to you, good luck, and we will see you at the ball game soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chris Walker, our new athletic director at Ponca City High School and Coach's Corner.